evening, Tsukuba in Moscow. Expedition 55 is ready for evening DPC.
And good evening to Expedition 55. From Houston tonight, the plan is on board. A few things to pass on to you. First up, the OA9 launch has been delayed until Monday, the 21st, due to a ground processing issue. The launch will be on Monday at 08:39 GMT. Capture is still on schedule for Thursday.
Copy that, Josh. Thank you.
Let's see. Other item we have for you is as part of the JSL work, we needed someone to power cycle the OCT laptop. Just trying to verify connectivity there. If you could let us know when it's back up, we'll assess what we see. And that should be the last item that we're waiting on before we can have Drew do the closeout activity for the JSL.
Okay, copy that. We got it in work.
Okay, copy. And the last thing from Houston is for Drew. Just wanted some feedback on how that water transfer operation from the resupply tank went today. He was the first person to do it, and so we'll take any comments on the procedures, the timeline, or the layout.
Yeah, great. So since I was the first person to do it, maybe Tony Sakachi can pick me up a certificate or something and have that mailed to my house. And then feedback for the procedure is it was fine. It's exactly like what we do with the other bags. I would say it was it's nice that there's a lot of water in there. The tank's a little unwieldy, but it's, I guess, the pump's a little squeaky, but everything else is the same. So no problem procedures. Everything worked just like the old procedures do. I didn't see any deltas or anything odd, and it went very smoothly.
Okay, Drew, we really appreciate the feedback, and Tony's updating your Wikipedia page under achievements right now. That's all we had for you guys this evening. Did you have anything for us?
Copy that. And you? That's funny. Tony's funny. And the OCT laptop's been rebooted, and it's starting Windows as we speak.
Okay, copy on the OCT laptop. You guys have a great evening and a great weekend, and Huntsville is your next stop.
Copy that, thanks. And you too, Josh. You too, Tony. And hello, Huntsville.
Good evening, station. We have two things tonight. First, for Drew, I need you to make yourself a note for Monday morning. You will have a double spin blood draw on Monday. We're still updating the timeline, so you won't see this if you go look in advance, but the end result will be you will have 4 Melfi inserts. That's 2 more than a normal double spin. Those extra inserts are for JAXA-designated blood tubes. There's going to be a check POIC as soon as you start the second spin. That's to provide you with the barcodes of the blood tubes. That's going to be stowed in a separate mesh bag from JAXA. All these samples are going in the same Melfi, but the JAXA samples will be in a different door, and we recommend setting a timer for each spin to remind you when each spin is complete in order to achieve the 70-minute vein to Melfi constraint. I know that was a lot. How copy?
We got it, and we'll do.
Awesome. Thanks, Drew. Second item is for Ricky. Our telemetry shows an unexpected Melfi insert this afternoon. The GEM Aft 1 Melfi, Door 2, was open at 12:15. We're not sure what went in there, but we thought you might know. Do you have any ideas?
That was Drew, and I was doing my note for multiomics, and I couldn't. I just wanted to verify that what I wrote down for GMT and time on the sample for that final sample collection, and so I popped it open, took a look, and closed it back up. Hopefully that wasn't a big inconvenience for you guys.
Not an inconvenience. We just were scratching our heads on that, so thank you much. That's all from Huntsville. Anything for us?
Nothing else from the crew, and have a great weekend.
Copy that. It sure has been a busy week. Enjoy your weekend. Munich and Scuba are standing by, handing you over to Glavny in Moscow.
Thanks, folks. Everybody have a great weekend and pretty day home. Anton. Hi, Shiba Maker.
Anton, over to you. Thank you, Maker. Moscow, good evening. We are ready for the evening DPC.
Добрый вечер, экипаж МКС.
Greetings, crew.
Мы тоже готовы к...
Good evening to all of you. We're ready for the evening DPC as well, and we'll start with the pressure ratings and so on. Pressure is 748 on board. All activities as timeline have been performed in their entirety. 100% completion, performed 24. The following radiograms we have received on board. We have form 24 for tomorrow 9025, and then in sequence. Radiograms. Studio 9056 is the last radiogram in the queue. Station, how do you read me? Vasily, we have you loud and clear.
Маленькую ремарку.
Right, so
Файл к радиограмме 9052.
the file associated with the radiogram 9052.
И называется
It
СКПИ.
should be on board, and it's called skp.zip, and it's a zip file.
Такое отвлечение небольшое.
So that's just a little
Давайте
clarification for you. Yeah, and we see that on board as well.
Если вы не против.
Диаграмма 9045.
All right, and we have radiograms 9045, which is form 14 for tomorrow. Let's verify form 14 if you don't mind. Reading escalated times from form 14 to tomorrow.
С тобой я согласен. Спасибо большое.
I'm very good, and I concur with all those times.
В ТОСОЖ.
Did you do anything as part of storage maintenance today? Question for all of you. Nothing for storage today.
Вот мне подсказали, что сегодня на конференции ГОГУ был
And I'm told that today during
поднят такой вопрос.
morning Google conference,
Результаты эксперимента среда МКС.
they were wondering which hard drive
Я вот сейчас его
you
хочу
use
освежить.
to save the data for
Houston on Space to Ground 2
Viadig.
through for JSL closeout.
Ready.
OCT laptop looks good,
Ну вы там
so
где-нибудь
you're go for the closeout activity.
запятую поставьте себе, может быть, завтра там или в течение завтрашнего дня. Спасибо.
so just
Ну, что,
wanted to draw your attention to that, and if you could just check on the hard drive number and let us know what it is. Copy. And anything for task list? Yeah, about half an hour for me for econ experiment, 1 hour for Dawn, and 30 minutes for life in space, and Roscosmos the site for me. For all is 1 hour for Roscosmos
Let me know and I'll wait for your go.
video, and half an hour for econ and half an hour for
Спасибо.
life in space.
Ребята, завтра у нас выходной.
Very good. We copy all. Thank you very much, guys. Tomorrow is a Saturday, day off for us and hopefully for you as well.
Первая смена желает вам хорошенько отдохнуть.
We wish to thank you for
Доброго успеха.
today and for doing excellent work as always. And we hope you have an early Friday evening and turn in early and have a great weekend. Thank you very much, Vasily. Thank you and the entire flight control teams for their help and support today. And we'll see you next time. Have a great weekend as well.
Station Houston on 2 for Drew with a question.
them to you.
Drew, we wanted to ask, is it possible to move the firewalls out of the way as a part of the closeout activity without disconnecting the cable, or is that not a possible thing to do?
No, it's possible to move them out of the way to get the panel closed, and that's what we did. The problem is, in order to get the cables, which are pretty thick, to fit underneath the cover and then loop into the loop, the enclave that's behind that foam cover, I need to sort of unhook them and get them rolled up properly so they're back in form, the right form factor to fit underneath the cover.
Okay, Drew.
Station on 2 for SSC8.
Go ahead for SSC8.
Sorry, Josh, I thought you might have been done talking. Hey, if you guys could give us a location for another LAN cable and the terminal in which the far end plugs into, I'd like to just make sure SSC8 is working, and then hopefully we can get an activity next week to route the new cable.
Hey, Maker, the plan we were working on was to go ahead and just leave SSC8 as is until after OA9, since OA9 is bringing a longer cable, and then we were going to take that and go ahead and install it after OA9's arrival. Does that not work for you guys?
Yeah, sorry, this is one of our primary locations, our primary computers right here at our control center. We really need to have this computer up and running, which is why I'm trying to get it running over the weekend.
Okay, yeah, we understand. Thanks for that input. Let us get a plan together for you to get it back up and running.
Copy that. Yeah, I just need a cable and whatever terminal it goes into. And my plan is to just kind of connect it directly and keep the cable out of the way, and then hopefully we can catch up with an activity next week to actually route the cable behind the racks and down the gully over to the terminal box.
Yep, we understand the plan. We'll get you what you need. Thanks.
Yes.
And Drew, back with you on Space to Ground 2. Give us just a few minutes. Pluto's assessing your proposal, but we understand what you're describing about needing to remove the cables to get everything to fit properly under the cover.
Okay, we're trying it right now, but it's kind of knotted, and I don't think you want it knotted up.
Yeah, definitely don't want knotted.
And Houston, just a little more info for you. My proposal would be to disconnect them from the end at the firewalls themselves, and that's the location where I've got labels real close to the connectors. So I don't know if it helps it be brief, but at least I've got the labels right there so I know exactly where they can plug back into.
Yeah, we copy, Drew. Thanks for the clarification. Need just another minute. Station Houston on 2 for Drew with an answer. Okay, good for the disconnecting of the firewalls to get the cables routed. Once you've gotten the routing done, we need the connection done in a particular order, and that's simply to connect the cables to firewall number 1 first and firewall number 2 second.
Okay, Wilco, and any preference on J1 versus J2? I do not need to disconnect J3 between the two routers.
No preference on the plugs, just on firewall number 1 first and firewall number 2 second.
Okay, give me 5 minutes and I will start that now, and should have them plugged back in shortly. J1, firewall number 1 will be first, and do you need a call in between, or just do I need to delay a minute or two, or just go ahead and hook up 1 then 2?
Yeah, no call needed, no delay needed, just the sequence is fine.
How about the disconnect?
Yeah, no need for an order on the disconnect.
Thanks.
Station Houston on Space to Ground 2 from Maker for SSE 8.
Hey, Josh, catch on 2.
Hey, just wanted to throw out for your consideration, what would you think about taking SSE 8 to wireless until the after OA 9? We just wanted to understand you guys' thoughts and impacts to that.
Let's do it. Just a heads up, SSE 8 is the one we do our VC on, but we've used the VC's conferences on wireless. They're a little bit, choppy every once in a while if it's get a lot of bandwidth going. But other than that, it should be great.
Okay, Maker, let's go ahead and have you take it to wireless. And in the meantime, we are looking to see if there's a cable we can scavenge to go ahead and take it back hardline to restore that performance.
I copy that. Now, you guys don't happen to have a good reference procedure to go wireless. I know it's a little bit different than just turning on the wireless.
Yeah, Maker, give me just a second. I'll get you a reference.
Houston Station on 2, the firewalls 1 and 2 are reconnected.
Houston copies.
Josh, Scott here. I found the reference 2.2.201, and I'll put that in work on the SSC-8 now.
Yep, Scott, that's a good reference, and you're good to put it in work and let us know when you're done.
Will do, thanks. Houston Station on 2, Josh. Looks like we're complete. We got a successful transition to wireless. And that was an excellent idea by the team. Thank you.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Glad to get an SSC that you care about back working for you.
It's all about the little victories right now, like a kid in the candy shop. The computer's working again. I'm so happy.
Well, don't stay up all night playing with it.
Copy that. station on 2 for JSL.
Go ahead on 2.
Photos coming down from SSC 8 on card 1078.
We copy. Thanks for the heads up.